What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this morning's video here on Anfield Agenda, where I'm going to be asking the question, should Liverpool really look to sign Aurelien Tchouameni and Gyokeres, as there have been reports suggesting that both are going to be available, maybe not in the January market, but certainly in the summer market, and it feels like Tchouameni is falling out of favour at Madrid. So I'm going to go through some of the links from the media, but most importantly, I'm going to give you my take on it and ask you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description. I'm going to start off with the news that Viktor Gyokeres, looks like he's going to be available, according to Mike McGrath and many other journalists, for a cut price £63 million. There is a €100 million release clause in his sporting contract, but it's believed there's an agreement there that he could leave next summer for £63 million. Now, there's been some talk that maybe Manchester United are going to try and make that happen as early as January, but we don't think that they have the money for it. So it got me thinking. I have my own take, and I'm going to give it to you, on why I don't feel he's the right signing for us. But I wanted to put it to you guys and ask in the comment section for you to let me know your thoughts. So here we go. On Gyokeres, look, his career has taken an upward trajectory, and there's no doubt about that. Going to the Championship, doing really well there with Coventry, getting himself the move over to Sporting Lisbon, where he went to work specifically for Ruben Amorim. He has been a revelation over there, scoring umpteen amounts of goals. I think the highest scoring goal scorer in Europe so far this season. Just phenomenal for club and country. But that doesn't mean necessarily that he's the right fit for the way that we play. I would view him as a better fit for other clubs. Arsenal as an example, maybe. But for us and the way that we play, I don't know that we need an out-and-out number 9 in the sense of the way we think naturally of a number 9. Just look at the way we're trying to get Darwin Núñez now to fit into our squad and our system and the way that we play. So I'm sure that he will score goals in any team. And yes, there are questions from some people about the levels that he's played at. The Championship, the Portuguese division is one thing, but then come and doing it week in, week out in the Premier League. Now, he probably answered some of those by bagging a hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League. But for me, I've always just felt like respect the player, but don't think he's a natural fit for Liverpool. If I was to tip my hat towards somebody, it would be Omar Marmoush, because stylistically I feel like he could play more positions across the front line for us and give us more fluidity in the way that Arne Slot wants to play. So I have nothing but respect for the numbers that Gyokeres is putting up. I just don't see him being a good fit for Liverpool Football Club and the way that we want to play. Now, that won't see us not be linked with him. I'm sure those links are going to be there. And I'm also not saying, by the way, that there's absolutely zero interest from Liverpool in him. But whenever we get to this conversation around a price tag and a bidding war, or a price tag and a lot of clubs looking at him, I don't think we're going to be there or thereabouts, because that's not usually the way Liverpool operate. And there are many clubs around Europe and in the Premier League right now looking for that elusive centre forward, that number 9. And I think a lot of them are going to be trying to pound away to his agent's door. Now maybe we do see Ruben Amorim come back in to bring him to Manchester United from Sporting. He said he's not going to do it in January. He's not going to go back to his old club to destabilise them mid-season. But you've also got to ask, will United have the money to bring him in the summer? They'd probably have to move a player or two on. So that's the Gyokeres side of this from me. I don't think it would be the best fit for us. But again, I'm not saying my word is gospel. Really would like to know your thoughts. On from this, though, I want to move on to something Sacha Tavolieri has been doing the round saying, which is that if Liverpool want Aurelien Tchouameni from Real Madrid, that Madrid would sell him for €60 million. In fact, I'd go a little bit further from this, because he said that Liverpool are in talks with Aurelien Tchouameni over a potential move from Real Madrid. Goes on to say the 24-year-old is viewed as an ideal profile for Arne Slot's midfield as they look to recruit a defensive midfielder. I don't have information that can back this up. Anybody I've spoken to, be it David Lynch, fellow fans, other podcasters or YouTubers, I would have stylistic questions about whether under Arne Slot, Aurelien Tchouameni's profile of midfielder is the right profile for the way we want to play. Much like I've just said about Gyokeres, but in a deeper position. Under Jurgen Klopp, look, I would have no doubt if Tchouameni was available, Klopp was still at the club, and €60 million was the price tag, I think Klopp tries to get it done, because we know Jurgen tried to sign him when he was at Monaco. But I think we'll also acknowledge that the way that Arne Slot wants his defensive midfielder or deep-lying midfielder to play is a little bit different from the way Aurelien Tchouameni's attributes lead him to play. So you can see the links to Tchouameni as an example, and even to a lesser extent Baleba at Brighton. Those make sense to me, because you look at the way that we play the game and the way that he wants that deeper lying midfielder or midfield pair to be, and it doesn't scream Aurelien Tchouameni for me. This does feel like Real Madrid have too many players and want to free up some money, and also maybe he's fallen out of favour a little bit there. So for me, I would pass on Tchouameni, and I hope that Liverpool continue to maybe either try and find a way to find an alternative to Tchouameni or maybe change his mind. I don't know. But this to me feels like desperation from the Madrid side, and I've not got anything to substantiate what Sacha Tavolieri there has said, that Liverpool are in talks with him over a move. Now, if what Sacha Tavolieri has said is right, well, you would imagine it's not going to be too difficult to get a deal done, right? So it shouldn't be too long before we see this publicly. If you've got a willing seller, a willing buyer, and a willing player to move, that should be fairly straightforward. So I guess we'll find out soon enough if he's talking out of his backside or not. But for me, you know, I'm going to say no to both of the names in this video, and hope that we do go out there in January, bring in the midfielder that I still feel that Arne Slot needs. And the biggest question I have around the forward situation is, do we need one? And that's the question I think we need answered first. Because if you look at the situation right now, with the players we have at the club, Jadon Dan's coming through as well, Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, Federico Chiesa, we have options. Plenty of options. Diogo Jota. So where do you lose somebody there? Because you can't bring in a seventh attacker. So if somebody moves on, whether it's maybe a Mohamed Salah, lack of a contract extension, or somebody angles for a move away, then yeah, maybe we have a conversation around the forward. And I would still lean towards Omar Marmoush there over the likes of Gyokeres. So that's my take on it. But of course, now I want to know what you guys think. So I'll be back tonight at 8:45 as always with the late night agenda. And we'll have an afternoon or an evening news video coming out a little bit later on as well. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. Don't forget, let us know your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button and please do drop a like on the video as well. We'll catch up with you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.